Each step represents persistence. Each petal, the effort of completion and awakening. The accumulation of merit and wisdom, the attainment of Buddhahood. It may take a very long time to reflect upon the fruit of the ultimate Buddhicitta. Located on the edge of the Himalayas, Kalimbong is a small, simple Indian town. It rests very close to the world-famous city, Darjeeling. Kalimbong has always been an important trade town with neighboring countries. Long before 1959, many Tibetans had already emigrated to Kalimbong. Most of them were followers of the Sakya lineage, and they developed a fairly large Sakya community. In earnest request to His Holiness the Sakya Trenchen, they continuously expressed their hope for a Sakya Monastery in Kalimbong.
There are many Tibetans are living here, and moreover, many of the local people, the Himalayan people, Nepalese people, and Himalaya region people, many of them are Buddhist, been living here for many years, and they express a wish to have a Sakya monastery here.
Due to their years of supplication for the Kalimbong Sakya Monastery, His Holiness the 41st Sakya Trenchen agreed with great compassion and handed the Dharma task to Ratnavaja Rinpoche at the end of the 1990s. Ratnavaja Rinpoche began the project from a completely blank slate.
This place is quite connected with us, not only with us, but also with whole Tibetans, because many high lamas or gurus has been here and given many precious and profound teachings and blessed this land again and again. I also thought this is the important place to build a Sakya monastery.
In 1994, His Holiness the Sakya Trenchen and Ratnavaja Rinpoche visited Kalimbong and found a suitable location. However, the landowner adamantly refused to sell. Without other available options, the plan was placed on a temporary hold. Ratnavaja Rinpoche would not give up. After 10 years of tireless efforts, carrying with him the devout anticipation of local followers, the designated 2 acres of land was finally purchased in 2005. An old sheet metal building was already on premise. With some renovations, it was repaired to serve as a provisional monastery. In the early stages of development, all the lamas lived in this simple and crude sheet metal structure. This temporary tin monastery, with its warm building materials, could not withstand against age and time. The roof leaked. The floors were calloused and patchy. It had become increasingly uninhabitable. At the same time, Ratnavaja Rinpoche was diligently practicing Dharma, fundraised whenever possible, and actively progressed upon the plans for the Kalimbong Sakya Monastery. This project required immense mental devotion as well as funds. Ratnavaja Rinpoche stoically shouldered all responsibilities. From planning to commencement, each step was difficult and trying. Ratnavaja Rinpoche's perseverance gradually won over sponsors, and many began to join in the project. From the groundbreaking ceremony in 2006, Ratnavaja Rinpoche led the construction team, overcoming all the challenges and transcending all the hurdles to build the monastery brick by brick. In 10 long years, the monastery was completed by degrees, stage after stage. In September of 2015, after the installment of the Buddha statue in the main hall, the new Sakya Monastery was finally complete. Brand new concrete structures replaced the old sheet metal housing. Wider, multifunctional spaces were set up. They included halls for rituals, teachings and pujas, schools for lamas, and a medical center. For His Holiness Ratnavaja Rinpoche, this day was not a destination. Rather, it marked another starting point for his tireless efforts to benefit more sentient beings. The auspicious day of the opening ceremony of the Kalimbong Sakya Monastery was also the 70th birthday of His Holiness the 41st Sakya Trenchen. His Holiness purposefully arrived at Kalimbong a few days earlier to participate in the coming ceremony and stand witness to the 20 years of tears and sweat. The streets filled with attending crowds, cheering and welcoming, offering hattas with hands folded in prayer, with expressions of joy beaming wholeheartedly. This scene of the pious crowd awaiting His Holiness's arrival was incredibly poignant. The ongoing 1,000-year-old Dharma activities of the Sakya lineage have always been deeply revered by devotees. The day of the ceremony at 7 a.m., the long life puja was held on the top floor of the temple in prayer for His Holiness the Sakya Trenchen's health, longevity, and perpetual turning of the Dharma wheel. At 9 a.m., a huge crowd of disciples already gathered outside the main hall, with joy in their hearts, grateful for the coming of this momentous occasion. His Holiness the Sakya Trenchen blessed all with his varja and bell amid sprinkled flowers and untied the ribbons on the doors. The opening of the monastery main doors symbolized the official opening of the Kalimbong Sakya Monastery. This served as prelude for the ceremony. Many important guests graced the ceremony, drukus and lamas from the four main lineages, as well as representatives from every corner of the world. Seeing so many supporters, His Holiness Ratnavaja Rinpoche spoke with obvious emotion.
This is the first task that I have taken by the Purno Ratnavaja Rinpoche, and it is his first project that he is undertaking, and we are very happy that it has been very successful and very big and successful.
Everyone gathered on the square that afternoon. Various clans and ethnicities presented their own traditional songs, dances, and plays in an effort to show their respect and offer their best wishes. With the sound of singing in the air, everyone at the Kalimbong Sakya Monastery felt the vast power of benefaction for all sentient beings and the boundless compassion and blessing of the Guru.
Actually, we expect monastery to help the sentient beings to preserve our Buddha Dharma, which has been passed down for many centuries or thousands of years. So for this, we need to produce young, educated monks and also good practitioner monks so that they can go out and they can spread Buddha Dharma.
Ratnavaja Rinpoche placed great emphasis on the education of lamas. Most lamas in the monastery were quite young, and their minds must be cultivated with great love and care.
소지 룽바다 독촌에 온 가서 칼라당 도시 검심에 아니 깨다 고마트 아니 텐데체 아니 최단당 도서라 다들이 간제도 상마 단다 단디 발라니 다시 놀래경아 진짜 제법도야 자투비야데 아니 담가 고마트 전도지 장천부 좋다 아니 담가가 나와서 가정 냐식을 때네 아니 단다 지딱 간제
Here in the monastery schools, the younger lamas are carefully cared for and taught various Dharma teachings as well as rituals. Looking forward to the future, may they travel the world, spreading Sakya Dharma teachings and bring enlightenment to all. This is the monastery's medical center. It contains 5 beds. The main purpose is to serve as a place of treatment and healthcare for the lamas.
At the moment, due to the lack of space, we don't have a big clinic. We do have small clinic. Here at the moment, we can't do big treatment, only minor treatment at the moment. And slowly, we also wish to improve this clinic and make it bigger. And also can help not only the monks, but also can help the local people as much as we can.
Kalimbong Sakya Monastery is a multifunctional monastery. It not only brings comfort and refuge for the residences of Kalimbong, but relief to the residences of the surrounding Himalayan areas.
So I would like to thank all our Sakya followers and local peoples and all the sponsors support and help this monastery through financially and also through other means. So once again, I would like to thank all. And I wish with the blessings of our gurus and Buddha, Dharma and Sangha be with you now and always. Thank you.
Spanning from the 21st century into the 22nd, with over 20 years of collective effort, Kalimbong Sakya Monastery is finally complete. This monastery was an important milestone for Ratnavaja Rinpoche. He has set his sights on the future with even greater determination, with the continued progress and spread of Dharma. May the light and wisdom of the Sakya teachings illuminate the world.